Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to play the theme from Final Fantasy 15, I believe. It's a beautiful little tune. I've done a cover version of it, so go and check that out. I'm playing all the way through so you can hear what it sounds like, and then come back here and I'll teach you how to play it. Just before I teach you it though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, if you could give me a thumbs up, if you could leave me some comments in the comment section, let me know where in the world you're from, any requests as well. Also, I've got a Patreon account, so I'll put the tabs for this on there so then you can print them off. I've put it at $1, so hopefully it's accessible for everyone, so $1 a month. But I will also put the tabs on the screen as well. Okay, we've got quite a lot to get through. First thing we need to do is standard tuning, but we've got a capo on the 3rd fret. So the first line, we'll play it sort of bar by bar. Starts off with an A minor 7 shape, which is just your first finger on B1, second finger on D2, and playing the middle 4 strings. Bar 2, we've got E3 nearest to your face, and then open D, G and the B strings. And then you play G, and then D2. Into the 3rd bar, we've got an F shape, sort of F bar chord shape, which is your first finger on E1, second finger on G2, third finger A3, little finger on D3. So hit that F shape, then your first finger's still barred, you can play the B1, so that bar 3 goes 1, 2, 3. The timings as well, you've got to play a little bit free with it. And then into bar 4, we just play the G1 and then open D and open B at the same time. Then B1, and then we're going to play D2 and B3 at the same time, and then open E. The timing on that is a bit so like that, and then bar 5 we've got that A minor 7 shape again. In bar 6 we just play E3, and bar 7 we're doing that F bar, and then an E3. So let's see if we can do the whole line. I'll sort of talk you through it. So A minor 7 chord, and then it goes to the G shape chord, then open G, D2, and then we do the F chord, B1, then this shape, and then we go back to A minor 7, E3, then the F, and then we play the E3 on the end of that. On to the next line, we're holding an A minor chord, which is just your first finger B1, second finger D2, third finger G2. We just play the A, D, G strings, and then we're going to play the B1, then we're going to do this G shaped chord again, B1, B3, the F chord, B1, then this, which I suppose is like an E7 chord, then open E, E1, E3, A minor again, B1, this G chord, then B3, and then the F triad, and then B1, B3, E. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's do it nice and slow. We've got then B1, then the G chord, B1, B3, then the F chord, B1, then A minor, another hit on the B string, then the G chord, but actually we've got an E on the top there, B3, F. On to the next line, we start with this kind of arpeggio. We're playing the G string on the 2nd fret at the same time as E1, and then you're going to play A3, D3, G, G2, B1, E, E5, which seems E5's weird, it's where fret 8 is, and then you're going to play the bottom 3 strings at the same time, so that bar goes, then 2 E's, and then in the next bar play E3 and open E and B3 at the same time, then B, B1, B3, B, B1, and then E1 and B at the same time, G2, E, E3, E1, E, and we've got this little kind of chord which is G2, open E, B and D strings. Then we do a little A5 chord on the end of there. On to the next line. It's very similar to the, in fact I think it's almost the same as the second line. So you got B1 and then we're going to do the G chord, E1, E3, then the F chord, E1 and then that chord, and then slight change. The rhythm's not written perfect there. It's like should be something like that, and then A minor chord. Then we do this G chord with the sixth in the top, which is the open E, then B3, and then F major 7, which is your first finger on E1, second finger on B1, third finger on D2, and little finger on G2. Then another B1, B3, E. So that's a line. This next line, got a big stretch. We've got E1 and E5 at the top, and then we roll down this F arpeggio. So we're playing like the F bar chord, and then I've got, which is just playing B5, G5 and the A string, E5 and B5, B5 and G5, then the A minor triad, and then just the D and G strings of that, and then we play an A minor chord, so you get a bit of a pause on that. Then you play the open E, G1 and the B string. And then this is sort of where it goes on to the next section. We play open A, G2 and B1, then open A on its own, B3 open A on its own, open E string with A in the bass, so that bar goes. And then the next bar we've got B1 and E3. That next little bit at the end of the bar there, that's a bit tricky. So we go that last two beats. So the last bar goes. So that might be a bit tricky. Really slowly that'll go. Okay, on to the next line. E5 and E1 at the same time. And then you play B3, B1 on the last hits on those. So we're playing like triplets on those, crotchet triplets. And then the next bar, 36, goes. So E3 in the bass, and then on the top it goes B3, B1, B, B1, and then the next bar, E1 and B string at the same time, G2, E1, and then you just jump in between the top notes and the bass note of E1. So the top note is going G2, and then B, B3, B1, B. So that bar goes. More slowly it'll be. So that's a bit of a weird bar. And then we've got, which is D string and G2, two more Ds, and then this little, I suppose D5 chord, which is D string, G2, B5 and E5, and then it goes to open E and G1 and B. Next bar, 39, we've got open A, B and B1 and G2, another open A and B3, A and E, so it's last bar is E3, B1, another E3, E3, B1, then B3 on its own, E3, E. That bar's same as what was on the previous line. Last line of the song, E5, E1 at the same time. 3, B1. So that bar 41 goes. Bar 42 we've got, which is B3 and E3, B1 and E3, E3 on its own, B, E3, B1. Bar 43 we're getting there, E1 and E at the same time, G2, E, B3, B1, B, D and G2 at the same time, D2 and G2 at the same time, A minor 7 chord, G triad, D, G2, a little bit of a pause on that, and finish with an A minor chord. And that's the whole song. So there's quite a lot to get through there. What I'll do is I'll put the tabs for that on my Patreon account, so then you can print them off. I've set it at just $1, so hopefully that's accessible to most of you. $1 a month. I'll put loads of tabs on there. It really helps support my channel. If you enjoyed it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, if you could give me a like, give me the thumbs up, put your comments in the comment section, let me know where in the world you're from and any song requests as well. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier and I'll see you next time.